Want to show how good you are in Valorant? Check out Monochrome for their open league tournament, and those who want to support an upcoming esports organization, check out the link in the description below. And those who are still curious for more details, stay tuned.
Hi. So, as anyone from the live audience will find out, that I'm no longer be holding it live. I'm not gonna hold Froste live. It's still with a big asterisk though. Like for example, if someone were to come up, or if I'm talking to someone with someone, like a special guest or something, I probably would be doing it live. Who knows? What else? I don't know. If you're hearing this differently, it's because my normal setup, I'm not with it. I'm actually in campus, so the sound will be off, everything will be off, completely different. You might hear the crow from outside because that's the only time I can find a place to record, but it's filled with a packed crowd. It's fine, it's whatever. Um, but live sessions will probably be held as specials, which is going to be put like having a whole schedule and everything set up beforehand and everything, and anyone that is listening proper keenly would notice that I won't have my co-host for about 85% of the time these days. We have scheduling differences, that's all. Uh, he's in a different course than me for college, and it's so hard to actually like get our schedule aligned because his time is different, my time is different. So he's not gone. But if we were going to be on another semester break or all around college break, he might just come back. We might have more bestie stock, but that's a sub program of what we have currently here, which is Artisan as a name in progress. Now, I might just stick with the name at this point, but that's besides the point. Now, because of my semester starting, I'm probably holding this all pre-recorded, and judging from the sound quality and how I'm using the mic, you probably would hear that I'm using a completely different mic. I do not know the range and everything, and all yada 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 because I have everything on my arm, on an arm. Now I'm holding it actually in like some closed off space. Um, but yeah, everything's gonna be pre-recorded. It's gonna be pre-recorded, and scheduling probably won't change. Everything's gonna come out on Wednesday, except for the days when I can't make it on Wednesday. But that's here and there. It's not really the most important thing right now because it's finally here. Someone put me out of my misery, please, just or blow up my platform. Like make me well known enough so that I don't have to actually finish my semester, or I don't have to work where I hate because I fucking hate my course actually. Um, what else? Uh, oof, I have notes here actually for the first half of this. It's gonna be boring as fuck, but if you get to slog through it, hey, thanks for coming back. I guess. No, I guess it is. I am so fucking weird without my co-host. Because my co-host is usually the one that would put me in a more straight narrow mind, and not to get into tangents too much. But that's fine. Anyways, uh, to be frank, I don't know what to put. Yeah, actually, for the first few times, I still don't know what to put for the VODs. So right now, you're probably if you're watching if it comes out on YouTube. Oh god, my mic's so close. My bad. If it comes out on YouTube, there's probably gonna be nothing. There's not gonna be videos anything playing. You just might as well listen to it in the background. I might figure out what to do with that. I might put it on Spotify or some shit. But yeah, for the first few weeks, you could say everything's going to be blank. So you might as well just hear it from the background. Listen to my dulcet tones. So if my noise suppression doesn't work, you're gonna hear the crowd outside the fucking Boston Cafe. Haha. I hate my life. I hate my university life. This. Um. So I might just have a static image, or if I have the time to edit this, I might add some few pointers here when I'm talking about something. That's about it. Um, I guess it's it's still going to be the talk everything is still going to be held out. It's going to be held, but it's just going to be in this like very scuff format until I figure out what to do and I figure out a system to work around this stupid system that I'm stuck in, which is college. So what else? Oh yeah, for Bilibili, I might just play games. Sometimes I'll talk, sometimes I won't, because at this point my dorm has an internet connection, but it doesn't work. So I might as well have to play in the library. And being in the library, I can't talk. I can play games, I can't talk. So I might just have some gameplay playing in the background. I'll just reply to you guys through chat or some shit. All right, it's fine. Um, and I guess the reason why I and anyone that's listening from YouTube or I guess anywhere, it kind of sucks that you have to download a new app, you have to make a new account, and sometimes like I know how hard it is, and it's like how much of a pain in the hassle. And I get it. I'm not anyone big enough for you to want to change to make an account and everything, but being there, like streaming there, actually helps me a lot because there's a few programs that I take where it's like it helps me out. While it's not, it helps me out with like getting stuff off the ground for like projects and stuff. It supports me, and Bilibili also supports me. So I really need my co-host. I cannot talk straight without my mind wandering up left and right and being scared to high heavens because I am recording this in like an open space. God damn it. Mm, it's a long and yeah, like it's a sweet deal for me, right? They help me out with some projects, and in turn, I stream on their platform, and I do it, and I get to do it in my own leisure, which is kind of good, right? And I get bonus if I do upload like thoughts and stuff, which is great actually. It's a sweet deal. Now, if depending on how I write the title, you might know what's going on, or you might not know what's going on. But this is the first half of it, and I'm not really creative with titles, so usually I just be open, transparent about it. Like, hey, here's what it is today, and here's what we're gonna do today, right? Like, I have an overarching team. I usually plan out like what topic to be written, to be talking about. I plan out the themes and everything. We write out notes, especially when I'm with my co-host. But since he's not here, I have full reign, and because I have full reign, I actually kind of figure out what to talk about. But first, I need to catch a breather.
Right. Perfect cut for a plugin of some sort or shout out because this time around I have people who actually wants me to shout out their stuff, and at least I trust them and they're not paying me to do this. It is out of my own personal like trust towards them. So Monochrome is an up and coming esports organization here made locally in Malaysia, currently covering titles such as Valorant. And on the 24th, they will be holding an open league tournament for a fundraiser to get their company off the ground. If you want to support them, but don't want to play or don't want to enter the tournament open league specifically, you can also go to their FundMe page and donate to them directly. Donors that donate specific amounts will receive perks such as having your name appear or have your name in their Hall of Fame. You can visit their links down below in the description and be sure to check out their tournament on the upcoming 24th October on Twitch. Here goes to again, go to their link down below and check out their stream on the 24th on Twitch. Now back to the show.
Now for the second part. Again, this is the more fun part, right? Like, okay, first of all, you already read the title. It's about fighting games. Why fighting games specifically today? Okay, here's the thing, right? Let's be honest. More specifically, actually, technically, before my sem started, I was writing up an essay script for a video essay, something I had in mind, yada yada, which I've been wanting to do for so long, right? But I realized that it's not as easy as it sounds, and that it's not as easy as the moment you start writing, you learn to learn to cut off some of the fats for video essays, because obviously you're allowed to write videos essay as long as 4 hours. Looking at you, the what's called the right opinion. No shame on him. For instance, I can't write for so long like that and edit like that for 4 hours. Goddamn. But basically, like the whole, I guess when it comes out, it comes out. But basically, the reason why this is happening at all is just because as of recording this, I guess a few weeks after it actually, a few weeks after the news, but still happening because whatever. I want to fucking talk about it. Shut the fuck up. Is that well, yeah, it's basically that Exart Ref is getting rollback. They are getting a rollback update in, I think it was Yotaku, and I was kind of hyped because it kind of put me on the stage where I was like, oh shit, Guilty Gear Rev is an old game, and Rev is also a really fun game. It's so fun to play Rev, and also I'm not selling it right now, but later on, let me get you warmed up. Right, the because the thing is that my whole shtick or whatever I do is I want to sell people, my audience, what I really love. I really love fighting games so much, right? And people, maybe I'm being a bit narcissistic when I say this, but people I've met that are very passionate are precious people. Are precious people. So it's kind of hard, right? Because the thing is, they want to be passionate, but people, what they don't understand, they either act hostile or essentially you're talking to a wall. I'm talking to a wall. Not to physically, I'm talking to a wall. I'm talking to a microphone to a wall. And that's the only friend I have when it comes to being hyperfixated on something. But now I have a fucking platform. I'll take it. And it's the same case, really, with other people when they're passionate about something. I try to listen to it. And if I don't know about it, I try to ask more. That's the best I can provide for people like that, and it's fine. If I don't know something, to tell. I want to know what you really love here. Now, like okay, rambling side, right? Like I said, Exarch got rollback, and it kind of just opened this Pandora's box, right? Of like, I want to do content around it. Like it piled up, right? Initially, it's like the video essay and this. The video essay kind of helps rearrange my thoughts a bit, but it has to be a bit more sterile because it's supposed to have a proper formatting and some proper arrangements, like sequence and everything, all that jazz, right? Oh yeah, by the way, this is probably going to be uncut because I'm too lazy to edit. I am. This is not because I'm too lazy. I just don't have time. We would set deadline. Excuses, whatever. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, video essays helps me rearrange my thoughts, but the whole like casting, like the Frost talks, it helps me just ramble out my thoughts and gush about it to no end, sort of. But if I that's when I don't have my co-host. If I have my co-host, he'll help me navigate through the thoughts better. But what you're hearing is a mess of unfiltered passion. While I don't sound it because I'm trying to hide a lot of things here. Again, open space. I don't want to. I'm moving my arms a lot. I'm looking like a psycho, right? In the middle of the dark, like room here. All right, whatever. So I'll work on it. I'll work my anxieties right now. That jazz. Hey, you get to see my anxiety journey through. What? Where was I again? Fuck. Oh yeah. So right, and it's gush about. I want to gush about Exarch, right? Yeah, Exarch. Which probably goes to a bit of fighting games, but I'll get to that later. So right now, right? Okay, let me set up the stage. right? For XR, why XR is so fucking great, right? So when I was in high school, I wasn't more into Blaze Blue. I was playing Blaze Blue, Chrono Phantasma, and then the year after that, Central Fiction came out. I bought it, played it to high heavens, loved it, never turning back, right? And then I was like, hey, that looks fun. I want to play more fighting games. I want to try more fighting games. Then comes, I think I got the news that Exarch just released their PC edition. That might, and I might be wrong, but to me, I just found out about it. Like, it just came out to me. So I was like, okay, let me try a Rev, right? And in turn, I guess right now, Rev 2 is the current proper name. And it was my first ever, like, proper Guilty Gear game. And dude, I was so in love with Guilty Gear, right? So when I first started, what kind of caught my eye was Raven, right? Raven was this psycho fascist character, and he was a fucking edgelord through and through. And he is, I would argue, one of the few characters that was like edgy done right. And I was like a teenager, high school, like typical teenager, like angst and edge. Whereas like, oh my god, I love Jeremy, I love Snow, I love Black, and that stuff, and also throwing out slurs here and there, I guess. Cancel me if anyone wants, but build up my career first. At least canceling me feels a bit worth it. Yeah, I know you're canceling nobody. Right. Alright, I was playing Jerobeam, big edge lord, and I got a new edge lord to Klingon right for Exarch, and Raven hit the spot for me just because of, okay right, like long range long range normals. You can slow down your opponent. You basically have a mechanic where the more turned on you are, the more powerful your moves get. Like that's so fucking insane to me as a kid. Like, oh my god, he's a magicist and he actually like translates well into a game. Like there's so little things back then that I was easily impressed. And this is one of the things where like, oh, I didn't know something like that can actually be implemented and be turned into like a mechanic of some sort, right? It's new ground for me. And high school me, right, who fucking pirated the game because I'm a high school kid and I don't have money. Now I do buy all of my games, especially the ones you see on stream. You can 100% sure I legally own that thing. But please give me more money so I can play games I want to play, and I would gladly stream it. All right. Anyways, so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, right. Um, like play Regan was my first taste of like, dude, this game's nuts, right? This game's nuts. And let's not forget about the lore of how like Raven attacks. Apparently, he dislocates his parts and limbs to extend his limbs so that he can get longer normals. And this doesn't mind him just because he's immortal and everything. All that. He's a fucking narcissist, right? It's so fucking cool, and I get to learn the game through Raven pretty easily. Actually, it's like debatable for some pros and people like that here and there. It's debatable, but to me, I managed to learn everything. Not everything like a whole 100%. I'm not gonna be Hotashi with his Elfeld. I'm not gonna be Gobo with his Zato. I'm not gonna be Umisho or maybe even LK. I'm not even that level of I learned everything. It's like I learned everything that high school me was able to grasp, right? Because this is during the time where I play fighting games, but I wasn't playing it like seriously or like, oh, I know all the terms for it. I didn't know that yet, right? But I want to believe, at least nowadays, I am far better than my old high school stuff. Anyways, I enjoy Raven, and then until to the point where I was like, oh, okay, I think I learned everything that I need to know. High school me being very very hubris. I need to know about Raven, so I decided to try other characters, right? And it's like, what's it called? How do I say it? It felt, and that was I tried other characters, right? And the thing is, with Guilty Gear, every character looks hella interesting. Elfeld, Zato, Milia. Hell, even the Shotos looks interesting. Kyle and so fucking bad guy. Nowadays I hate him. I hate him with a passion. And like 10, but then again, everyone was so fucking interesting. But let's put it into a story, right? And then there, so basically after Raven, I tried out Milia because she's hot. I tried her, and it was fun. Like learning her and comparing her with Strive. At least now looking back and comparing her to current Strive, I like Exarmelia more. Like she has a lot more stuff to do. I get it, right? A lot of stuff doesn't better. I just like the idea that there's a choice to be made. You know, just because there's like a lot of stuff and some stuff are mediocre to bad doesn't mean it's not fun to pull it out once or twice and get people and have people get caught with it and just have them be pissed. You know. Now again, hubris me thought I learned everything I could from Ilia, and this is not to be, and this is not even like even LK levels of like I learned everything, and I doubt LK learned everything. I doubt any pros completely learned everything about the game already. No one does, and I gave up. Just because like yeah it's too hard for me and it's too fast I can't inputs too much for my scrappy brain and everything it didn't work out. So I went back to Raven again, right? Went to Raven, played, and then Batman show, and I was like, oh wait, let me try Batman because like my teenage brain looked at Batman, and the first thing that I thought was this motherfucker fights in his sleep. He must be very powerful. No, he's actually pretty fucking technical. Yeah, he has this rewind shit, and his rewind system it's it's so fucking complicated to be as a kid. No, it's like oh yeah I can do this and then the combo. And this is as a high school me before like I could bear. I didn't even know what the fuck was Oki was in a Guilty Gear, right? So just cut me some slack, but this is just a funny endo that I want to share. Hell, it's not gonna even that be gonna be that long anyways for this episode, I guess. But Batman was like out of this place, you know, like oh, this man fights in his sleep, and then there's Zato who fights blind with a fucking stand. I compared to Carl, obviously being coming from Blaze Blue, but oh my, like it was complete. He's a completely different character for the fact. And then there's like Ramathal with like two girls with big giant swords. We get putting her swords on the screen, or whatever the fuck we want. And then there's Kum Hye Yoon, and and you have characters like Venom who fights with a pool cue and everything. And again, it's enough for little me to be triggered. Like, oh, ooh, look at here, shiny object. That kind of brain, right? And then we start to move to Elfel, which is basically like, bro, she's a fucking waifu, right? Like, she literally is a waifu. Her whole thing is she's wanting to get married. I played her. I enjoyed playing her. Like, it's fun. Setups, and basically I like the Leon Macy like we were saying. Everyone at some point everyone just plays fucking brush down, and I understood that with Elfel. I quickly picked up that concept. All right, and like okay, I couldn't but little me couldn't like brain Elfel too much. Like I picked up the game plan, but it wasn't really there in terms of execution because overall my execution was poor back then. Well, even now, still honestly, and I didn't have that feeling of because I stopped learning how to play FL because I didn't have that. Oh, I want to know how to do this and that. Like I want to do this. I want to play this. I'll try this out. It wasn't there back then. It's a shame, really. This is like the story, and then I'll come back with like some things that I want to say as a current FG player. I don't know if I will be accepted in FGC, but I guess I'll call myself an FGC member. Um, and you know what? Coming back to rollback, I might try it, but it's the same case with every character. Every game is like I only have time to maybe commit to one character or two character at best, and a team. Let's say like say KOF or Cross Tag or Dragon Ball. I have time to commit to one team only. Right? It's it's kind of sad, really. I don't have much time left because of like responsibilities and everything. And there's a part of me who wish that I can quickly improve. But then I also realized that half of these people who compete don't even make money out of these like playing tournaments. They make more money out of streaming. They make more money out of making deals, sponsorships, making content, endorsing a lot of things. And overall, they're doing everything else but competing. It's kind of sad, really, that people think you can live by playing games. Yes, with an asterisk as well. And I'm not an expert, right? I don't have like a sponsor behind me. I don't have all of this that I can live like anyone else who competes at a high level, and that's fine. It's fine. And this is just me like reading up on certain stuff, and I wish I have my sources like set under in the description. But right now, I'm talking all of it purely by memory. Right? Everyone has their part-time jobs. Everyone has their. Some of them are still in college. For fuck's sake, fucking Tokido was nearly taking his fucking masters in one of the tournaments that he went to. Like, goddamn. All right, and yeah, it's a shame, but right now, I guess for Rev, I'll probably play Raven and Baiken, right? Speaking of Baiken, right, when Rev 2 came out, when Rev 2 was announced, I think I stayed up during a school weekend for Evo. I fell asleep in class. Fuck it, I don't care. Rev 2 was announced. Rev 2 was announced. Big Titty Samurai. Big Titty Samurai. And yeah, of course, like high school music. Oh my god, Big Titty Samurai lady is coming in and I want to play it. And I waited for the crack to come out and tried it. Like every other bike in main, you can't see like every other bike in main, right? Like, you can't see me putting air quotes, right? I ended up dropping her because not aggressive, very defensive play style, and to this point, 2 years after like what? After taking a break for like 2 years, coming back and coming back to do the whole like the journey and everything. Uh, when she came out for Strive, I was head over heels. Right? Like so fucking. I just want to play her. I mean, hey, I like those bike. I like biking names, right? I actually committed for this one for Strive. I actually committed. Was interrupted by my roommate, but whatever. Anyways, where was I? Biking, yeah, biking. Like, oh my god, big titty samurai, pink. Oh wait, no, that we already passed that. What was I again? Oh yeah. I committed like for Strive. By the way, just saying, right? When biking was announced, like she came out around my birthday. Holy crap! Thank you, my sister works for the best birthday gift ever. Funny enough, you're not giving me the character. I'm paying you, but that's a good self birthday thing, right? Whatever. Shut up. Yeah, you can't be so slack. No one remembers my birthday, anyways. Uh, outside of wheels. But when she first came out for Rev 2, I remember like head over heels. I would keep drawing her, right? Because little like teenage girl, her big titties up boys, always like that. But her whole gimmick was actually pretty interesting, and it was the first few times where I was just really obsessed with the idea of just fucking wanting to parry every single day. So fucking dumb. I still do it now actually, and I can show you many failed fanarts, but you can just check out my Instagram, I guess. I have plug. Hate to censor this really later. Fuck. Um, but I didn't get to properly spend my time to learn because same thing, high school, and it was during a time where I couldn't even play games as much because I was like the final year of high school, where I need to focus on some stupid exam to get me to college, whatever. But you know what? I'm in college and I'm in so much pain. Anyways, but in the end, right? Like, I in the end, I still like her. I still like biking. Still really fun. Still enjoyable. And then when Strife came in, obviously, biking was so much easier to play. She still retained some defensive characters. Credits to Gecko Squirrel, but it feels that she's a bit more aggressive. She can be a bit more aggressive now compared to the old Viking, right? And I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro to say all this stuff. This is just my opinion on how I've been playing Viking compared to Exarch. And I feel like Viking's just much more aggressive these days. And it's fun, but I can understand why some people would say that that's not Viking. That doesn't feel like Viking. I get it. I really get it. Now, of course, coming back like learning Viking in Strive, it actually made me want to really look back at Exarch before rollback came in, and I did actually put in the time now to practice, and I actually put more practice now that the rollback came out. Even more, I've been playing it at least a few times in here and there. And here's the thing, right? Like Exarch Viking was so fucking fun. Right, so she had a lot of options. Doesn't mean it's good, but again, like I said, it's fun to do. Her cavalry had four follow-ups. Her parry also has four follow-ups. She has a command dash with armor that can do follow-ups. And all those follow-up is you can choose how it comes out, and it's so fucking amazing. Her cavalry can be a command grab. Her cavalry is also an anti-air. Like holy fuck, the schmicks. The cavalry has schmicks, except like aside from her left and right ones, which is okay, but you can kind of beat it out with a grab, which is it's fine. Well, it's like, and you get options to like it's super easier compared to like Exert. That's my personal take. And again, right? I'm not a pro. I It's just fun. I just love more choices in fighting games. It doesn't A move doesn't have to be fucking good. Um, Strive's issue. I have my Strive issue is that they just neutered a lot of characters. I appreciate what AVI was talking about when they said about laser focusing their characters. I don't like it. I just It's not about character expressions. It's a bit about expression, obviously, whatever. But when people talk about expression and all that, so we can watch LK's video on expression. But basically, what I'm trying to say is like the choice is there. You could go for optimal stuff, or you could just have fun, right? Sometimes a move isn't as practical, but it's just fun to pull out. It's just fun, and that's what's really important at the end of the day for games. Honestly, her like her parry has follow-ups that you can do depending on the situation, and the parry that you can do in Strive just gives you a knockdown, and at best you can roll and cancel it, and what just get another one more full combo that is heavily scaled off unless it scales, so it's not gonna be worth it for most of the time. Anyways, it's for the knockdown for Oki, whatever. You get my point. I want to do cool shit after I parry. That's what I want. That's what I want. Right? It's not a big deal. It's fine. It's just me renting. I could go on for more. if it weren't for the fact that my housemates are already bugging me. Now, with all the talk about Exart here, Exart there, right? With all of Exart. Here's the thing, right? Let me say something. Like Strife would have been much more fun, and I'm not a pro, again, so I don't know how this would be annoying or this will be broken or whatever. But imagine, right? Strive with Strive's like graphics and some of the mechanics and everything, and then you add the Exar mechanics. Like it had such so much fun ideas, right? It's like Blitz. Blitz was fun. It's basically universe parry or crumple move. Dead angle was way better than YRC because it just throws people out instead of YRC putting you so close that you're. Oh, it's annoying. It's annoying to pull off because sometimes you can just be baited. I guess you can also play dead angles. I guess. My point is like put more further. I guess for depending on some characters. My characters actually suffers from pushing them away, but hey, I still would have liked it. And like it's just from my memories, like how fun this. And I kind of miss the old Gatling system. It's annoying. It's it'd be fun to have the old Gatling system back, but I also understand why. And this is because they want to lock out light moves to like weaker combos and heavy moves to like stronger combos and everything. All of that. I might be wrong. Um, but I understand why. But old Gatling was fun just because I could just tell a new player, hey, if you want to do a simple combo, you just press A B C D. Done. Good. Pronto. Now I have to explain to them you have to do this and that and that. And to some people actually they don't understand that. It's hard. It's hard to explain to them. And like I said before, I miss like the fucking library catalog of like moves that a character has in Guilty Gear. I don't mean Tekken level. Tekken is like reading a fucking novel. There's like a sweet balance of like enough a lot of moves for you to do just for fun, and then there's like strings that you have to remember for Tekken. I cannot brain for some reason. I can memorize this enough well enough. I can memorize Tekken enough. Right? It's fine. It's a pet peeve. Right? It's just and feel free to like tell me what the hell like I'm talking about a run or something like that. But in a way, it's just my opinion, and I'm willing to have a debate over it honestly, because again, while I have everything of my thoughts written down here, I am limited by my house. I hate it here. Right? So, and don't get me wrong, right? Strive on its own, it's a hell of a good game. Strive is so much fun. Like, okay, compared to like the recent like fighting games that I played, like KOF 15, GB, yeah, Gumbo versus, and other robot fighting games, I still enjoy Strive the most right now. And Exarch is about to be the second. I'm pretty sure if I put enough time, right? Unless someone buys me DNF or Persona 4, please. I'm begging you. My personal funds is running low. The reason why I say personal funds is because this personal funds is the only thing that goes into my projects. My personal idea for like a really fun, like crazy idea for fighting games, like what I said from Exert, but with me saying, "Oh, Exert's better," doesn't mean that Strive doesn't have its good things. Like, okay, Strive. One thing I would really love to have is their drifting roll cancel. It's something I cannot do. I cannot live without, man. Like playing back Exar, playing Blaze Blue, when they can do their rapid cancel and moment cancel, I always double tap it to the point where I was like, oh wait, why is it not no? Because they don't have drifting. Don't have drifting, and that bugs me so much. And also the slowdown. Slowdowns and wall breaks, the positive bonus, is it going to be balanced? No. Would be a good idea. I don't know. I'm not a game designer, but the idea of how chaotic it can get is enough to get me excited. You know, we're all the talk about fighting games. Fighting games as a whole, it's really fucking fun. It's chaotic. It's sporadic, explosive. One interaction can cause you a whole lot of shit, and that's what makes fighting game like so fun to watch. It's so fun to play. At least for me, I get my ass beat a lot. I'm not evil winners. I get my ass beat on a regular basis, and I still find it fun, right? So this is not gonna be convincing, and I might redo this topic with a better circumstance, a better like thought out plan, and a better. Hopefully, I'm at my home. Just give fighting games a chance, man. All right, if I can't sell you, I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it until I know that I've done enough. This is just fighting game, right? It's everything that I love. Right? Signing off.